Did you miss me? I missed you. So the second step is the T in Eaton, which is the what. Like what? What do you mean there was a car accident? What do you mean they didn't fulfill their contract? Right? So the what is all about characterization. Now technically you get into depth with characterization depending on what you're actually doing. But every single test uses some type of characterization, and it just makes the most sense to just start with it so we can frame our mind so we know what to focus on so we don't waste time. So when you're looking at the characterization of something, you're like, okay, what happened? Was there a car accident? Did somebody steal something? Did somebody lie, cheat, whatever? What happened? What event occurred that brought us to court today? Let's go with the car accident case, okay? If there's a car accident case, how do we characterize that? Well, it kind of depends. What are they suing on? If they're suing on personal injury damage from the car accident, it's going to be tort. If they're suing the rental agency where they got the car, it's most likely going to be a contracts case. If they're suing somebody for damage to their property, it's a property case. I highly doubt marriage would come up in that. So characterization is kind of the heart of the case, if you will. And I'm sure everyone remembers in the beginning of law school, they always tell you, focus on the heart. What's the heart of the problem? What's the heart of the contract? What is the heart of what's happening? What's the center, right? That's what characterization is. What is the center of what we're suing over? What are we really upset about? What are we really trying to get here, okay? So for conflicts, what you're really focusing on, if you think it's clear-cut exactly what's being sued over, always double check first. What law is being implicated in this suit specifically? Because just because it looks like a personal injury claim doesn't necessarily mean that's the heart of the issue. What if the heart of the issue is a property damage claim? Or what if the heart of the issue is a contracts issue? Or what if the heart of the issue is nothing to do with torts at all? Like, we don't know. You have to really look at it. Because sometimes it might look like it's a tort case, but it might actually be a contracts case or a property case. Because somebody is suing for, say, wrongful death, that sounds like a tort. But then let's say that they're suing under wrongful death because they would like to, the estate would like to get the money reimbursed to them based on what was lost, because let's say the car that was in the accident was worth $2 million. So here, what are they really trying to get? They're really not trying to like get retribution or to get a remedy based on the fact that this person is no longer here and they want to punish the other side. They're really just trying to get the money back for the value of the car that was damaged. Subsequently, the man died, but the focus here is actually not on the person that passed away. It's focused on the car. So always ask, okay, just because it says wrongful death, what are they actually doing here? What are they actually looking to get? What law is being implicated? And then further, if you're still not sure, is ask, like, what do the parties want out of this contract? Or, I'm sorry, out of this lawsuit? If you're looking at the plaintiff side, what would the plaintiff win if he won? Is that what he wanted to win? What would the defendant not have to pay or do if he won? What are they trying so hard to prevent to happen? If you look at that, that might kind of help. Additionally, if you're still not sure, look at the law itself and its purpose. So, if a state has a law against speeding, why would they have a law against speeding above 80 miles an hour on the highway? Well, you might say, well, because that way the officers can speed faster around all the people if they need to get to emergency. Okay? Well, because government is like that, and they're always trying to control us. They're always trying to do this. They're always trying to do that. Okay. Could it possibly be the safety of others? Could it possibly be to reduce the chance of an accident? If the answer is yes, and we want to reduce the chance of accidents, that's a tort issue. They're trying to regulate people to make sure others aren't hurt. We want to reduce injuries. Torts are all about injuries, right? So if you're not sure what's happening, or you think you know, you think you've characterized the field of law, you think you know based on what happened, look at the laws they're being sued over. Look at what the plaintiff wants to get here, what the defendant doesn't want to do here, doesn't want to pay. Excuse me. And then look at the purpose of the law that was broken. What was the purpose of the law? What was the law trying to prevent, or what was the law trying to do? Was it trying to encourage something? Was it trying to encourage a type of behavior or discourage a type of conduct? Was it trying to protect people? What was the reason this law was put in place? You just take a step or a moment just to think about that, then you can step into, okay, Now that I know what the law was trying to do, does my characterization still sit well? And this is really good for analysis because it shows that you know what you're talking about, you know what field of law, and it makes it a lot easier as you go on because you've already kind of sussed that out a little bit. You've already kind of determined what's going on. So now remember, this is still kind of general. You can get a little bit more in depth as you get to characterization for other tests, but always apply this to every single fact pattern because this is really important to help you really better understand. So the T in Eden, what?